And okay, I think that's enough testing for now. Hi, hope everyone's doing well. Right now, I'm not in the best condition to really do this, but one of the reasons why I haven't been putting out videos so much was because I had to be preparing for doing interview, real world stuff, trying to get somewhere. Um, Even though this is a project, I have been playing games, of course. Not something to be proud of, but yeah, I was playing a bunch of stuff. One of them being Magic, of course. I'm a huge fan of Magic. I've been playing almost every day for quite a while now, so this is what I was working towards. Now, last time I didn't have enough gems to do this, but over time, with the daily quests and getting enough gold or experience along that, so that the Master Pass would give you uh, more gold. This is what I was working towards. Now, I am no master of sealed or draft. I just record them so that I can look back and just hopefully somebody else likes to see them as well. So I'm just gonna jump right into this. This is my first time doing this. This is high risk, high reward to my knowledge, as far as I've seen. I've been trying to kind of figure out the values and stuff and if it's really worth it. But I'm going to do it anyway. I just want to test it out. You can tell me everything that I did wrong in the comments. As long as it's constructive criticism, I definitely encourage that. Let me know what you like. If there's something that I did in the past that you want to see me do again, as long as it isn't like shameless plugs or something, then sure, let me know. I'll try and do my best. I don't know. Let's just try and have some fun here. So, even though I'm kind of sick, yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm just hoping that you guys don't mind. I'm not even sure how much my voice really changed or anything. But yeah, I'm trying my best here. Okay, so these are the rares open in your sealed packs. So we got Eat Extinction. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your library. That's pretty much exile target creature or planeswalker and surveil. So that's a close-up of Kroxa. Okay. And then Scry for Demir, Scry for Gruul, and then Scry for Azorius. So yeah, I like getting the rare lands. I don't use them too much, like the Skylands or whatever. Maybe I'll have 2 tops in my deck, but if you think I should have more, then let me know. Alright. Wave Break Hippocamp. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, draw a card. This is pushing towards Simic. I don't like it, but card draw is pretty nice. And then Underworld Breach. I've read this a bunch. Not sure how well I'm going to be able to make use of it, but let's continue. I hope my recording doesn't break, because a bunch of them have done so in the past. And oh boy. Yeah, and Magic tends to stutter, freeze, stuff like that a bunch. Now let's see if I can find something useful out of all this. A lot of things pointing towards enchantments are definitely around now. So I'm not sure if I should jump in on that or try to have some sort of enchantment hate instead. A lot of these are whenever enchantment enters the battlefield. Reflection. Huh. Azorius is looking kind of nice right now, but I think I want to try Rakdos. I'm not sure. Blue and green though, that has always been pretty good in ladder or whatever. So that's my thoughts right now. Alright, so I'm sure that I want to be exiling creatures, and Temple Thief, you know, that can't be blocked by enchanted creatures or enchantment creatures. Two different things. I'm still trying to grasp the concept here, but I think we can work with that. I think, problem here is that there aren't really many copies of one thing, so I'm gonna have to try to work around that. Everything keeps pointing towards having enchantment creatures or enchanted creatures and them attacking, or just whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield, you know, something happens. I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with this if I'm going up against an opponent like this. The only idea that I can possibly have is use Eat to Extinction or Final Death, because I know that many of these decks that I'm going up against will try to protect their creatures or give them invincibility. Now with Protect, of course I can't really do anything anyway, but all I can do is really try. First Strike, Trample, and Haste. Cool 1. Wow. Wings of Hubris. Is this a reference to Icarus? Wings of Hubris. Sacrifice them and equipped creature can't be blocked this turn. Sacrifice is at the end of next end step. I realized that I don't have enough cards from any color to just go with just one color. So the devotion type things aren't exactly the best way to go, at least for me in this situation. I didn't think it would just randomly pick everything. Okay, so this is what I came up with. I kind of switched it from Rakdos to Golgari because of a few things. I wanted to be able to do more damage, you know, actually keep going with this. And so far with Red, it was demanding too much for me to either go all in on Red or have like a lot of bigger creatures, which I wouldn't have too much of in that color combination. I just feel like everything would be like more situational than if I just ran with green. Because then for most of the time, if I want to have a creature with 4 damage or more, like 4 power or more, I'd have to have Triumph of Anax in the deck or on the field actually for that to really work. So you can like let me know if you see anything here. Hopefully like maybe you can see it or like pause and figure out what's going on here. And I'm going through them right now, just kind of one last glance, like is there something that I could have used to really make this, you know, work out better. But this is what I got. This is just what I have here. So hopefully I'd start out with, of course, my 1-drops, maybe lowering my opponent's life total. Start. Hopefully I get to T-pose and assert dominance on opposition. And there's a lot of control-y aspects to it, I'll admit, because I'm trying to get like threats out of the way so that I can go in and do more damage, or just a few tricks here or there to, you know, get the upper hand. And for something like Relentless Pursuit, I know that I have a lot of like instants or sorceries in the deck, and this won't really pull them out for me, but I think the real skeleton of this deck would have to be the creatures so that I can lower my opponent's health that way. Alright, I'm really glad that I got Eat to Extinction, actually. This is one of the cards that I was looking at when you know, I got either spoilers or watched someone play Magic, and there's like 4 of these in the deck. Probably mostly control decks would be running this, but I don't know, I just feel like it's something that I should have in my collection. So this is what I'm gonna try and work with. I'll probably have to split this up into a bunch of different, you know, videos. 1, so that I can get them out, and 2, so that you're not too bored when you watch this, or if you watch this. However it goes, I just want to have this in a manageable form. So yeah, wish me luck. Man, everything went into this, and I'm not sure how it's gonna go. I don't even think I'm too happy with the cards that I got, except for Eat to Extinction and a few of the rare lands. So I just have to look forward to the 3 packs here, maybe, to try and get some more stuff. But I don't know. I'm gonna try my best here. All right. So my opponent is Fozen. All I can really do is just hope that my opponent got my cards that aren't as good, or just, I don't know. I guess hoping bad for the opponent isn't really anything reflecting my skill. I'll have to work with what I got. I think I have the land to make this work. So we'll see. Oh, this is a wonderful arena. Like we're fighting in the stars. Not in the stars, but like in space, and you know, the stars are all around. Great for that constellation idea. Alright, so I knew this was coming. This is an enchantment griffin. Does this mean I can destroy it? Destroy target enchantment. That is an enchantment. Alright, so that was a good idea to run that. I probably should have put it on something more, done it on something, more, what do you call it now? More of a threat. But here we go. Hopefully they just put an enchantment on that creature, then I exile it, and then I get to do 4 damage. But that's just being hopeful. I feel like there's going to be more creatures, a lot of creatures and enchantments, because that's what I knew Selesnya, green-white, to be from the start. Okay then. I will put that into the graveyard. I have a land for next turn. I don't want to flood. So as long as I can keep things out of the way, I should be able to get this one. Alright, with Temple Thief and Forest, I should be able to clear this. I'd need 1 more devotion, I think. 1 more devotion to black for Blight Breath. Katable Pass? Say what now? Am I really... Wait. Alright, so... For the Chainweb Arachneid to really work for me, there would have to be flying creatures on my opponent's side. Like that card. I'm going to take the hit. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that I can't get any of my spells back. I don't recall putting cards, you know, with that effect in my deck, so that's how it's gonna go. Still have to exile 3 other cards, so I don't have enough in my graveyard. Ooh, got that trample, huh? That is fine. That is not fine. Okay, I feel like I was just playing cards there, but it worked out. Alright, so about figuring out like if this is really worth it, I know that in just getting into the sealed Theros Beyond Death, I got 6 rares. So at least to me, a rare card is like about 1,000 gold, because we're already getting a bunch of other uncommons or commons, you know, along with them. So I just consider them to be packs, which is 1,000, and then 200 gems would be 1,000. So that's about 2,000 gems here, and then 3, so that's 5,000. Wait, did I say 2,000 gems? 2,000 gold. And then the 3 packs would make it 5,000. But is that really... Wait, that would be 6 and 5. And it was 2,000 again. So far, it's worth it, I guess. If you're just counting cards that you get. Or the potential cards that you get. I'd like to have a second opinion, at least. I like to think that my logic is sound. I don't know. So my opponent is Watcher in the Mist. Interesting name. Once again, I have Ether Extinction. Hopefully this works out. These are all like high-end. I have a feeling that some amount of aggro is going to beat me down before I get to play those cards, so I'm going to mulligan. And then only having green mana does not help me in the slightest. I am basically forced to take this. Just even out the lands and drop the most expensive thing. There. Sorry about that. Should I be proactive or reactive in this situation? I will be proactive. That isn't much of a threat. I'd like to have something there to actually threaten my opponent and then remove what they could use to block or get rid of it. But in this case, I don't think that's really working out. So my opponent can just tap whatever I have and then attack. I don't like that idea. Do I just... Wait, endgame's reach? If it was trampled, then that would be much better. I'm going to save Maya's Grasp. So let's do this. I know I pretty much just gave him something to tap and then he'd still be free, but I'm trying to build up my board state. He's probably gonna block one of them with Daxos, right? Alright, he doesn't. I'll just take this chance to do as much damage as possible. Cost one more. Hold on. Just gonna have to do that. This is really just a race. Who can lower the other's life total to 0? In doing drafts... Oh no. I have a feel... Is it really gonna happen? Yeah. Yeah, that happened, didn't it? Counter target creature or enchantment spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Deny the divine. Yeah, I didn't remember about that. Just have to do this. It's just a bit bigger. That's all, right? I don't have enough to deal with this. I'm just going to tap it. No? Okay. So, of course I'm going to want... of course I want to say... Not going to want to say... Why am I beating around it? Of course I want to say that... I was unfortunate here. But I always have the feeling that my ability to play what I have here also plays a part in it. Yeah, this is what I got. This is what happens. Happened that I cannot speak, can I? Or properly. Anyways, I just keep beating up on myself over this. It doesn't matter what I do, it is over. And we get to move on to the next one. So we have 3 lives, I've already lost 1. Okay. Not sure what to think of this. I don't have many creatures to really work with. But I'm going to try it. I haven't used any of the legendary enchantment creatures before. Like, for example, here we have Renata. Just those devotion-based ones, at least. So I don't know my luck with them or how I feel about them just yet. Fruit of Theros would be a lot better if we gained life as well, like a vampire effect. A Reed of Mountain's Blaze. Discard a card, draw a card. That's one way to cycle through your deck. See what we get. Alright, so here I think I can assume that I'm going up against mono red. No, I did not have that luxury. I didn't get enough red cards, but if you can pull it off, then sure. Or maybe it has like a splash of something else. Who knows? I'm going to try my best to survive here. Alright, so it's a splash of black? Or were they just mana screwed for the first? Yikes. I'm really getting backed into a corner here. Because that was my one creature and I don't have much else to do. I guess, yeah, there's still a chain web. Do I slow down to try and deal with this? I think I can ignore it. Oh, Oread is an enchantment creature, so I could have killed it with Return to Nature. I really need to pay attention to the finer details sometimes, where I just check every card for their superscript. Yes, superscript. That's the term, right? I'm not being dumb. I'm not trying to be smart and therefore looking dumb. Hold on, that happened. I have to bring it back stronger. These cards are just going to get exiled anyway, but so, why am I just picking what I don't think I'm going to get back? I'm not going to get back anything. Just exile it. It's another resource. My opponent has the card advantage while I'm kind of flooding. Maybe. A little bit. I'm not sure how to feel about my situation. Yeah, I have the biggest creature on the board, but there it goes. Bye. I won't be able to just bring that back. Okay. Well, I was saying that I wouldn't be able to bring back or use any of those cards again, but of course, there's Escape. That's on most of them. Not really. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. This is just sad. Sure not. Not much use to its ability right now. But there, it's another big creature. Come to think of it, maybe Gruul was the right way to go. So that's one way to just generate zombies. And with that, I think I've lost the game. I'm not sure what else I can do here, or what I can hope for. I just got a bunch of cards and just threw them together. It's not like I have a predetermined plan, like, hey, I'm gonna grab all of this kind of card and I'm gonna do this thing with it. I'm not sure I had many enchantments to make use of all the synergy with that. So I guess all I can really do is just look forward to opening the packs at this point. And even then, like, winning doesn't really get me more packs or more chances at packs like normal drafts would. Because in drafts, then the more wins you get, the more chances you have for getting an additional one. Here, I'm just getting more gems. Or not really if I'm going to lose like this. And it doesn't matter what I block, I'm going to lose. I'm going to be at -2. And there's another one. Alright, I'm not sure really what I can do at this point, but I'm just going to keep trying. That's all I really can do.